I have one comment, I'd like to ask Derek, do we rescind the article that was in the paper today?
The posting for bids?
Yes.
No, you don't have to. I mean, you could do a motion if you wanted to, but it's really gonna be a nullity in that, the process will not go forward. The bid specs aren't done, so they're not even done. They won't be presented to anybody to bid on.
And there's no liability then to Upper Pottsgrove Township?
Correct.
The article being in the paper?
No, so that was just a notice, a required notice that you have to put in a newspaper before you go out to bid. So essentially what happens is the process will stop now. If anybody would call to get the bid specs, they're not gonna be completed or finished, and there won't be anything actually to bid on.
Well, I'd like to take a vote on that and rescind it.
Just so the commissioners are aware, and the public, notification was given on the court decision late Friday. It was even after township working hours. I immediately emailed the Mercury to rescind that article. I can't believe that a media isn't 24/7 when they print Saturday and Sunday's newspapers. I got an email Monday morning at 8 a.m. that, oh, sorry, you emailed us after hours, that article printed. So there was an attempt as soon as court decision was received to rescind that article. And I think everybody needs to know that. Thank you.
As part of that, in order to get into the newspaper, that had to be in by noon or 1 o'clock on Friday. So it was placed in the paper before the court appearance, before the court decision was rendered. I did speak to the attorney for the plaintiffs today and explained that to her as well. And she understood the process because she's a solicitor for some places as well. So there was no way to rescind it.
I just have a question. Why did we put the bid in when we didn't hear back from the court?
You actually authorized this to go to bid, I think, 2 months ago. And the engineer said that the specifications would be done in a timely manner to allow the bidding process to start and for bids to be rendered in December.
But we knew we had a court decision coming.
That's correct, I understand.
Okay, you understand what I'm getting at? Okay.
Okay, other comments?
Yeah, Michelle, I will add to your comments. We got the decision from our attorney at 5:20 on Friday. That was only a couple commissioners, and at 6:01, you sent the cancellation request, less than 40 minutes, and you weren't even on the primary distribution list. Anybody wants to accuse you of moving slow or slow walking it, no, not happening. And I will say this, you guys wanna complain about wasting money. We got a contempt of court filing against us today, and it's gonna cost us a couple $1,000s to simply say, this is not right. Miss Harper did not understand the decision. If you look at the last paragraph of the decision, it's spelled out very clearly, and I would encourage you all to read that, because what's gonna probably come next, I mean, we're in round 3 of seven round fight here, and you guys may be surprised, but nevertheless, the plaintiffs filed again contempt of court. We are mandated on behalf of the taxpayers to reply to that, and I had 2 lawyers working in that all afternoon, and they're not cheap folks. Thank you, plaintiffs, for not knowing what you're doing here. So.
What's the contempt of court for?
For advertising it against the judge's decision. That's not what the judge said.
That's not how I read it.
Well, then
I don't have it in front of me right now, but that's not how I read it. I read that we were not supposed to put this out to bid.
No, that's not what this said. If you read the last line of the decision, it says this thing is not settled. I forgot what the words were. I don't have internet access on my iPad here, but this is not decided yet.
Are you kidding me? It's not decided yet?
No, and it very.
Okay, I'm gonna go home and read it again.
Sure.
But I'm
Let's
pretty
let
sure.
him make his comments, please.
It is, the process is.
Basically said it was an injunction that prohibited further action.
Correct. nothing is stopped yet. Now, the decision may be rendered, but we have to file a reply to the decision, and then we have to file, if we want to, an appeal. And so, again, there's.
Hey. Who's the
We- So I guess we're not afforded due process, and I'll let everybody know one thing, when you hear the word appeal come up, both parties met twice before the trial. Once face-to-face and once the president judge, Coluccio, tried to broker a deal. They said, no matter what the decision is, we're going to appeal. We said, well, that's natural, both parties have to appeal. They said they're going to appeal. Eric was in the room when they said that, and we said, well, that's natural, you have to bring it to a higher court to get this solidified. So, cry all you want, but, it's gotta go through the process. And I will also say one thing, I'll leave it on my
You
commission.
need to quiet down, please.
Commissioner's comments, I'm working with 2 veterans on this project, and if you don't think that these guys naturally put contingency plans in place, you're crazy. Technically I'm a veteran, but only of the National Guard. These guys know how to strategically plan. There are contingency plans in place from pretty much day one, and you will hear them soon. But anyways, go for it.
Is there any more commissioner comments?
No?
I don't have any.
I'd like to know what he said.
We're not in commission, he's had a motion before.
Yeah, I would like to take a vote on
What was the threat?
It's already been.
We didn't vote on it.
It's gone.
Hmm?
It's gone. It was, the announcement is already out there and it's not effective.
Can you please use your microphone?
Put your
Quiet,
microphone.
please.
So just so you know, it's not on the agenda, so your first motion would have to be to add that to the agenda. So just to phrase it for you, you wanna add to the agenda an item to rescind the going out to bid, for the, municipal complex.
Yes, I'd like to rescind the bid going out for the municipal complex.
So first, the motion to add that to the agenda.
Motion to add that to the,
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Further discussion? All in favor?
No.
Aye.
No. Okay, was there any more commissioner comments? Any more commissioner comments? Any more? Okay,
I have a comment.
here, no, that's closed, folks. All right, it's my, quiet. That concludes the meeting. I have my last piece right here. We are now adjourned.
I'd like to know why you weren't